So tonight's share is sponsored by the Shmuel Cohen, our media room, our editor in chief. And it's his birthday, by the way. It's his birthday also. Happy birthday.
What?
It's his birth week.
Yeah, right. Between the Hebrew and the English, so.
It's not long after being done.
Right, exactly.
Anyway.
Right, so the Kvarim are makdim to Yom HaKnisa, either a Monday or Thursday. They go back and read on either a Monday or Thursday. Amr Chanina, Chachamim Mekilu al Kvarim. The Chachamim were mekel on the people who live in the villages. Liyos makdimin to Yom HaKnisa. They let them read on other days other than Purim, because those were the days that they were going to Yom HaKnisa anyways. And the reason that the Gemara gave at that time was, the Mishnah gave at that time was so that they would be able to provide water and food to their brothers that lived in the bigger cities. Lememra, this is a kasha, the Gemara is asking, the takanta, the krachen have. So we're saying that this is a takana, that this helps the people who live in the cities. How can we say that? We have the Mishnah. Our Mishnah, Choliyos b'sheini, and in the Maskon of our Mishnah it says, Choliyos b'sheini, kvarim v'yaris gedoyles, karim b'bayayim. If Purim falls out on a Monday, Yudal falls out on Monday, so the Kvarim and the Yaris Gedoyles, the villages and the big cities, read Baybayim on that day, on that Monday. Vim Isa, if this was really for the better of the people living in the cities, Likadmin Yom HaKnisa. Why don't we go back to Thursday, let the people from the Kvarim read the Megillah on Thursday, and that way they're there, available to bring water and food to the people who live in the cities. Because then it's problematic. It would be the 10th. And 10th of Adar is not one of the days that the Rabbanan gave us to read the Megillah. Toshma, another upshlag from the Gemara. Choli yos b'chamishi. Right, so the case where Yudal falls out on Thursday, Kvarim v'yaris gedoylos, karim b'bayayim. The Kvarim and the Yaris gedoylos read on the day on Yudalit. Vim Isa, and if this was good for the cities, if this was for the betterment to help the cities, l'kadmin Yom HaKnisa, so the Kvarim should read earlier so that they're available. Right, and this isn't the Asara, this is Achada, so the Achada Sahu. Right, so now the Gemara is asking, so why, if this was really for the good of the people who live in the cities, that we let the people in Kvarim go and read on another day, why couldn't they go to Yom HaKnisa, right, to Monday, right, this is Thursday, why don't they just read on Monday, because Monday is the 11th, and 11th we're allowed to, and for the Gemara, Yom HaKnisa like the Chinan. From one Yom HaKnisa to another Yom HaKnisa, we don't push it past another Yom HaKnisa. Toshma, another raya. Amr Yehuda. Ein Mosai. When could we be makdem the reading? In a place where we're noyed to gather on the Mondays and Thursdays, then you could push up. But a place where they don't gather on Mondays and Thursdays to go daven, to go to minyan, to go to the market, to go to the bezdin, so they only read the Megillah bizmana, whatever the day is, Yudal. And if you think that this is a takana for the betterment of the cities, right? If you felt this is like supposed to be helping the city. So like a place where they're not gathering on Tuesdays and Thursdays, why wouldn't we do it? Mifsidi luhula krachim. Why should the cities lose out? So the Gemara answers this: Loitem kadei sheyisapku mayim zon, ela ema mipnei sheyisapku mayim zon lachem shebkrachim. So when we said mipnei, because they're bringing water and food, we meant not so that they could be available. It's because of that. So we gave them a kula. Because these are people that bring the water and the food for their brothers in the bigger cities, we gave them a kula that they're anyways here on Monday, they're anyways here on Thursday, let them come. They're good people, so we're giving them a kula. That's the way I understand it. Ketzad. Right, so this is the case in the Mishnah that Yudala falls out on a Monday. The Kvarim, the villages, and the big cities read Boy Bayom on Monday. Frag the Gemara, Maishna Reisha de Nokat Sidura de Yarcha, or Maishna Seifa de Nokat Sidura de Yoime. What's the difference between the Reisha and the Reisha? In the beginning of the Mishnah starts off talking about the days of the week. Megila Daf, B'Yud Aleph, B'Yud Beis, B'Yud Gimel. It's talking about the 11th of the month, the 12th of the month, the 13th of the month. Maishna Seifa, the end of the Mishnah is Chol Yos B'Shein. Now it's talking about a Monday, it's talking about a Wednesday, it's talking about a Tuesday. So we learned this fairly recently. I did the Mishapchele Nokat Sidur Diyama. Since the answer, the Seder Yom would be turned around because now you're trying to figure out when it falls out on 11, when it falls on the 12th, when it falls on the 13th. So once we switch the days, the idea is that people shouldn't get confused, so it just took over using the days of the week instead of days of the month.
I remember this.
Right, this is pretty recent.
Mm-hmm.
We learned further than that, right? Chol Yos B'Erev Shabbos. Weiter in the Gemara. Chol Yos B'Erev Shabbos. So Yudal falls out on Erev Shabbos. Must need the money. Who is our Mishnah? Rabbi Yossi. Is it like Rabbi or is it like Rabbi Yossi? My Rabbi, which Rabbi would it be like? The Tanya. We learned in the Brisa. Chol Yos B'Erev Shabbos. If Yudal falls out on an Erev Shabbos, Kfarim Vayos Gedolos Makdim Yom HaKnisa. The villages and the big cities read on Yom HaKnisa, which is the day before, on Thursday. And the walled cities read on that day, on Erev Shabbos. Rabbi Omer. Rabbi says, Omer ani lo yitchu ayos v'mikayman. Ele elu be'elu karim b'y b'yoyim. So Rabbi says that the cities shouldn't be pushed off from where they usually are. They should both read Boy Bayom on Friday. My time is the Tanakama. What's the Tanakama's reasoning? The Ksiv. B'chol Shana Shana. There's a limit from the fact that we have two words together, a double Lashon, B'chol Shana Shana, each and every year. Ma Chol Shana Shana, Ayos Koi, the most in the coffin. Just like each and every year, the cities read before the walled cities. The walled cities, like Shushan, read on Tesvav. Afkana Yeros Kais from the coffin. So to over here, this case of Erev Shabbos. So if the Mekafin are going to read on Erev Shabbos, so we'll go back to Thursday for the other cities. Maybe we could say that the Kol Shana Shana is a different limit. The following: Ma Kol Shana Shana in Nidchin Ayos Mikayman. Just like every year, the cities don't change the date on which they read. So to over here, they shouldn't change the date to a different date. They shouldn't move the date from Yudal. Shani Hacham, over here it's different. This case is different to Efsher, because they can't not read on their day and be the day before. Rabbi, my time in B'chol Shana Shana. Rabbi, what's his reasoning of B'chol Shana Shana? So he's using Kol Shana Shana. Ma Kol Shana Shana in Ayos Nidchem Kaiman. Just like each and every year, the cities don't move the date from when they leave. Afkam la yidchu ayos min kaiman. the Ayaris should still not change from Yudalit. Or maybe B'chol Shana Shana is used this way. Ma Kol Shana Shana Ayaris Kosim Mukafin. Just like each and every year, the cities read before the walled cities. Afkanami Ayaris Kosim Mukafin. Over here also should be the cities should read before the Mukafin. Shani Hacha, this case is different of the Gemara Delay Afsher. Because of Shabbos. My Rabbi Yossi, so now we're learning the other way. Like that was if it's Rabbi. Now it's which Rabbi Yossi would be? The Tanya, we learned in the Brayso. Cholios Erev Shabbos. If Yudalit falls out on Erev Shabbos, Mukafin, Mukfarim, Makdim, Liyam Knisa. Both the Mukafin and the villages are Makdim to Yom Knisa, which is Thursday, the day before. Vayars Gedol is Karim Babiyon. And the walled cities read on that day, which is Erev Shabbos. Rabbi Yossi Oima Ein Mukafin Kaidin LaYars El Be'elu Karim Babiyon. Rabbi Yossi says no, Mukafin never read, the walled cities never read before the other cities. El Be'elu Karim Babiyon. They would both read on Erev Shabbos. My Tam Tanakama. What's the Tanakama's reason? The Ksiv B'chol Shom Shana Ma Kol Shom Shana. No, Ayaros Ba'aba Asur Zman Shazeh Lo Zman Shazeh. Afkan Ayaros Ba'aba Asur Zman Shazeh Lo Zman Shazeh. Just like each and every year, the cities read on the 14th, and the time of the cities, the day of their cities reading the Megillah, and the day of the walled cities reading the Megillah is not the same time. So too over here. The Ayaris still read on the 14th, and the date is just switched. They have a different time than the Ayaris. The walled cities have a different time than the other big cities. The Emo b'Kol Shana V'Shana. Maybe we use the Kol Shana V'Shana this way. Ma Kol Shana V'Shana Em Mukafin Kam Ayaris. Just like each and every year, the Mukafin, the walled cities don't read before the cities. Afkan in Mukafin Kam Ayaris. Over here also, the walled cities shouldn't read before the other cities. Shani Hach Efsher. Oh, so the Gemara says this case is different because it's not possible for them to read before. My time to read after the Yudal, because Tesvav is Shabbos, and after that it's too late. My time to Rabbi Yossi. What's Rabbi Yossi's reasoning? Just like each and every year, the Mukafim, the wall cities don't read before the cities. Afkan, here too, Ein Mukafim Kadim is Layarn. The walled cities should not read before the unwalled cities. Ein B'chol Shana Shana. Ma Kol Shana Shana Zman Shazeh Lo Zman Shazeh. Afkan Zman Shazeh Lo Zman Shazeh. Shani Hachat Lo Efsher. Right, so maybe B'chol Shana Shana is used to, just like each and every year, the time of walled cities and the Zman of walled cities reading, the Zman of unwalled cities is different. So to here, Shani Hacha, the Gemara says the same answer that we used a few times, the Lo Efsher. The Savar Rabbi Ayaris Lo Yedchin Le'em Knisa. Now, is it true that Rabbi holds that cities are not pushed to Yom Knisa? The Hatanya, we have a Brayso that says Chol Yos b'Shabbos if Yudal falls on Shabbos. Kfarim Makdim Yom Knisa. The villages are Makdim to Yom Knisa, which is Thursday. Vayars Gedaylo is Karim b'Erev Shabbos, and the big cities read on Erev Shabbos. Mukavas Chayma l'Machar, and Mukavas Chayma read on the walled cities read on Sunday, which is Tesvav. Rabbi Omer. Rabbi says, Omer ani hoil v'nidchu ayaros mukayman yidchu liyam knisa. So Rabbi says, since they pushed off the cities from their place, they should just read a Yom Knisa on Thursday, not read on Friday. Right? So we have a raya over here that Rabbi does hold that there is a situation where we could push off the cities. Right? The cities. Hachi hashda hasum zmanu Shabbos. Over here also, over there, the zman of Shabbos. The nidchu yidchu, and since it was pushed, you push. The hacha zman of Erev Shabbos, and over there the time is Erev Shabbos.